This is the dual 45-degree hip extension. If you've not seen it before, this video is going to guide you through how to set up and use it. So firstly, this machine covers the standard 45-degree hyperextension, allowing you to train the hamstrings with a straight leg at the bottom pushed into this pad, resting your hips against here. But it also gives you the ability to overload the exercise by using this handle where you load plates on the arm at the side here, so you can lift it up and down. Now, most 45-degree hyperextensions don't allow you to do that. So you have to hold up a dumbbell or a plate, and that is really awkward, especially when you're trying to lift heavy. I've had up to 80 kilos on here so far, and it's not a problem. Now, for one of the main reasons why I wanted to invest in this piece of equipment is because of this back plate here, which allows you to do the exercise with a bent leg. That takes a lot of the tension out of the hamstrings and allows you to get more connection to your glutes when you're doing this, which is probably one of the main reasons why you're watching this video, because you want to see how this holds up. So now we're going to go through a few of the adjustable features that allow you to get locked into the best possible position. The first one is the adjustable pad. Just at the bottom here, it has these nice dampeners that allow you to release and lift up smoothly and under control, because this is actually quite a heavy piece of kit. So to take it down, all I need to do is lift it and then just gently push down, and I can select which catch I want in to suit the height that I need. The roller pads are here, which we push our calves into to make sure we're locked into place when we're doing the hip extension. This is adjustable by pulling this lever here, and this can slide up and down and just locks into place nice and solid. And then the next adjustable part is on this base plate here. The catch just pulls up, and you can use the handle to slide it forward and backward to suit where you need it. And again, very simple, locks into place, really solid. That's the features covered and the adjustable parts to help you get locked into position. Next, we're going to take a look at how to get set up for each exercise correctly. So first of all, we'll take a look at setting up the standard 45-degree hip extension. We're going to need to make sure that the thigh pad is in the right position, and also the calf support is in the right position as well. I say midway, it's just because that you need a little bit of support to make sure you don't feel like you're going to fall out when you're testing the thigh pad. Once you've got the thigh pad in the right place, you can then make sure that this is in just the right spot for you. So all I'm going to do is hop on, holding onto the handles, push my calves into the back of the rollers, lean into the pad, hips pushing in. From here, then I can drop down forward, and you can see now that my hip is able to go through full hip extension without my spine flexing. This is a good position for me. I can come up nice and smooth. You could also see that the position that I was in, I had no clearance between my thighs and the pad. That's really important because that is stability for me. If this roller was set too high, like this, and now I lean forward, you can see there's a lot of space here. This is fine when I'm just doing body weight. However, when I start overloading, this is a really unstable pattern, and you will find you'll struggle to pull up when you can't push into anything. You'll find you'll end up bending your knees and popping up through driving your knees through. So that is why you need to make sure that this pad is in the right position. If the pad is too low down for you, and then you try and use the machine, what you'll find is the pad will be trying to force your leg into hyperextension, and that is really uncomfortable when you're at the bottom of the exercise and it's loaded up. So you are looking for that Goldilocks zone. You want a soft knee, but not a hyperextended knee, or an excessively large amount of space between your knee and the thigh pad. Now I'll demonstrate what it looks like when this pad is too high and when it's too low. What I've now done is set this thigh pad up too high. So when I'm in position, I lean into it, and as I hinge forward, my spine is now forced to flex over the top of the pad. At this point then, my glutes, my hamstrings primarily, aren't doing the work. It's going to be my spine going through flexion extension because my hip isn't even able to flex. So it's really important this pad is set at the hip crease. If it's set too low, you're in position, what you'll find is when you're in here and you're lifting through weight, your thigh is going to feel so much pressure going through. At that point, it's almost going to feel like it wants to snap. So it's really important that you make sure that this pad is set so that just slightly below your hip crease. So as you fold over, you're comfortably sat in position to pop up. Then you can load the exercise as you need to. Finally, we're going to go through the bent knee hip extension, which is where this plate gets involved. So we're going to need to test to make sure that this plate is far enough away to start with. So I'm going to hop on, hold on to the handles. I'm going to pick my leg up and push my heel into the plate. From here, I'm going to lean into the pad, pushing into my heel. That then is driving my thigh into the pad, so I'm nice and stable. I can then bring my other leg in, hook into position, and I'm pushing now into my heels, and that's driving my thighs into the pad, firing my glutes and hamstrings up. This is the perfect position for me. I can then reach forward, holding on to the machine, driving my hips into the pad and punching in through my heels to get a really strong glute connection. If this base plate is too far away, like that, and I try pushing in to the pad, where I now feel really loose and unstable, like I'm gonna fall out and over the top, no matter how hard I push in, because there's no stability through my thigh. If this base plate is just slightly too close, I can't quite get into position, so I'll be over the top. Or I'll be able to get into position. It's just when I'm here in this bottom position and I'm driving in, it will just feel quite uncomfortable in my thighs. You'll still be able to do the exercise, but it will just be slightly unpleasant. So that was a run through of the dual 45-degree hip extension. It's very easy to load and it's very easy to set up. After a month now, I've used this machine repeatedly, and I really do enjoy it. There's a really noticeable difference that with the straight leg position, it will dominate more hamstrings. With the bent leg position, you're able to get a stronger connection to the glutes, or that is my personal experience, and the clients I work with have found that as well. Now, again, human bodies are very different. You may have a different experience of that entirely. However, that's just my experiences of what I've learned so far. I hope this video brought you awareness to the machine, the benefits of it, and gave you the confidence to try and set it up without feeling too uncomfortable when you next go to the gym. See you in the next video.